Hi everyone, I'm Anne. I am going to be your puppy junior high teacher. This video is the same information as the email. It is for people that would rather have it delivered by listening to it rather than reading it. So if you've already read the email, you don't need this. But this is all the information that you're going to need for puppy junior high. So first we have 4 super key things. If you are new to our program, if you've never taken a Call of the Canine class before, please call me at 612-770-2520 so I can learn a little bit about your dog and your goals. The second thing is that we typically do use peanut butter in this class. If there's going to be someone in this class that cannot be in the room with peanut butter, please notify me right away so that we can find an alternative. If the family is fine with peanut butter but the dog can't have it, then bring some sort of alternative like squeezed cheese or something shamiri. And if your dog has a super sensitive tummy and can't have anything except something really specific, then just bring what they can have. Dress warmly. We are going to be keeping the door open unless we really cannot give the dogs and humans a quality experience with the door open, but it is quite a bit safer. There's HEPAs in the room also, and there's a limit of 4 families in the class. That's half our normal capacity, so we're taking other precautions also, but having the door open is big, so we're going to do it if we can, and again, assuming we can provide a quality experience. We will be doing some outside play and some outside learning as well. Our classroom is really cool. There's an indoor room and an outdoor room. So we're gonna make the most of that so that we're maximizing the amount of fresh air that we're breathing and minimizing how much time we're spending in a room, even with HEPA filters, with a small number of other people. It's better training, honestly. It's healthy to be outside, and it is a good precaution. The next thing to remember is that this is an off-leash play class. When you do that, you're always taking a risk of injury. The dogs could get injured playing either accidentally or through a fight, and humans can sometimes get injured too. I've only had one injury, and it was when a puppy tooth snaggled someone's finger and opened it up. This can happen, so make sure that you're comfortable with that. And if you're not, give me a call to discuss right away. And you're gonna be getting a liability waiver to sign. That'll come in a separate email. So those are our 4 most critical things. The next thing is these classes are located at Dog Days, which is a dog daycare, and it's right next to Regions Hospital. So right kind of at 35E and University. Park in the front, and you'll see in the front there's a big outdoor yard. It's super high chain link fences. If you're early or on time, that gate will be open, and I'll have you enter through that gate. That way we don't have to go in the building at all. It's simpler and safer. Once we start, we're going to have to lock that gate because we will have dogs off leash. So if you arrive late, come up the ramp and go through the door marked training. It's the one that does not have the kennel around it. You're gonna take a right and you'll walk straight down a hallway. The door will hit you in the face. Bring yourself, and you can bring up to 1 other household member. We can safely accommodate 2 per family. Masks are required for everyone. Bring a regular 6-foot leash, not a flexi. And the last thing that you need to bring is many very small, very high value treats. Because remember, it's an off-leash class, and dogs typically value off-leash freedom and other dogs more highly than they value food. If they didn't, we'd always be able to get them back when they took off on us, right? So to compete with that, you're gonna need something really enticing. Maybe hot dogs or lunch meat or leftovers. I use cheese and liver treats, and they need to be very small. This is 1 treat because we're gonna be using a lot of them. And the value is not in the size to the dog, it's in the flavor and the smell. So we need many, many small, soft treats. We have some other items that are optional, but you may find them handy. The first thing is called a treat pouch or a bait pouch. I have mine right here. It's like a little purse or a fanny pack that you wear so you can easily dispense the treats. I like this particular model because in the beginning it's right there. You can reward as your dog gets more reliable. You move it behind you as we start to get them out of the equation and eventually get rid of it. If you're really going to work on loose leash walking, you're definitely going to want to invest in one. Otherwise, they are convenient but optional. The second optional item that you might want is called a long line. If you Google 20-foot leash, it's just like a regular leash, but it's about 20 feet long. They may come out of neoprene or different things like that for your dog to drag. That will give you a lot of training options and exercise and enrichment options. So they're not required for the class, and in fact, don't bring them. If we use them, I will provide them, but it is a handy thing to have. And the last optional item is some kind of no-pull harness or collar. If one of your goals is really to reduce leash pulling, you're gonna need a product engineered and manufactured to discourage pulling. Now there's tons of them. There's gentle leaders, there's pinch collars, there's no-pull harnesses. So if you're not sure which one is right for you and your dog, talk to me. So a great trainer once said that the laws of learning, like the laws of gravity, are always in effect. You are training your dog right now, every minute of every day, whether you know it or not, whether you're trying to or not, you are training your dog. So when you come to class, the training is going to begin the second you walk through the door, before I open my mouth, before anything happens. So what you're going to do when you come into class is I will have chairs set up safe distance apart, and there will be a towel or some kind of mat for the dog. So find a spot that looks good. We're not going to allow our dogs to interact with the other dogs right then. Part of that is just safety. We haven't done our greetings yet, but part of it is because most people come to this class because they want the dog to learn impulse control, and they want the dog to learn to listen to them in the face of really hard distractions. Your best training opportunity for that is going to be right when you walk through the door. If you let your dog sniff another dog when they're pulling excitedly to get over there, you just rewarded impulsivity with a really high value reward on top of it. So as you walk in, find a spot that you like and work on keeping your dog's focus on you. You can use treats or toys or movements or whatever works. If you're not able to do that, don't worry about it, but don't give them what they want for barking and pulling. Just stay in your place, and I will explain what to do from there. All right, the last thing our email addresses is our COVID safety precautions. We touched on that a little bit, but it's not there anymore. But masks are required. We're going to keep the door open if we possibly can. We're going to be rotating inside and outside, or spending a lot of time outside if it's a nice day. But the fresh air. The room has a HEPA filter, and we're not entering through the daycare or sharing air with anybody else. If you're sick, you do need to stay home, like everywhere else. If you're not able to attend, contact me and we will figure out how to get you the information. If I am sick or in quarantine, I will do what I can to get a sub. The challenge is with these off-leash classes for anything older than puppy, I'm one of 3 trainers in the entire Twin Cities Metro that's qualified to run them. So my options for subs are incredibly limited. I will try, but if I can't, we will treat it just like if there's severe weather or something, where we'll just make up the class at the end of the session. So I'm excited to I'm excited to meet everyone. Make sure to reach out by phone if you're new to our program. Otherwise, we will see you in class.